But peep everyone else's name on the sheet. You can barely read any of these names.
I was gonna say too, like, bruh, you can't even tell what that is. It may look like cursive handwriting, but if you really look at it, it's just nothing but fucking scribble scrabble.
And y'all, they got like 2 different lunch periods. So that means it's students in class right now that gotta hear.
Literally, they literally gotta hear all of this shit while the other students are in fucking class. We are gonna be reacting to High School Musical Didn't Make Any Sense by yours truly, D-Ski himself. You guys got your snacks. I don't have any snacks on me. All I got is Penn Station's drink. It's literally Mountain Dew in there. So I really don't have any snacks right now, but we will in the later future. But if you guys enjoyed this, you already know what to do. Without further ado, let's get it.
As a kid growing up in the 2000s, I was
gonna say I really wasn't a fan of High School Musical, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
a big fan of Disney, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network. And as a kid, Disney was top dog to me. And
I ain't gonna lie, back then, like in the early 2000s, it was really between Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. But as I've like watched so many like shows from 2 different like shows, Nickelodeon was like the best one for me. It was Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. I was gonna say Disney. No, I was not a fan of that. My siblings was, but for me personally, I was never a Disney Channel fan. But Disney XD, now that is where I'll be watching some of the shows off of there. Disney XD, oh, that was my favorite show to watch. Kick Butowski? Come on now.
it wasn't because they had better shows than the other networks, but it was because Disney has some amazing movies that I got to watch. Stuff like Up, Ratatouille, Chronicles of Narnia, and everything else Disney was cooking up in the Obama era. But there's one movie that stuck out to me, High School Musical. And the reason this movie stuck out to me was, of course, I watched it as a younger kid. So I was kind of excited to see what high school would be like whenever I got there. And I wasn't the biggest fan of musicals, but even as a kid when I watched this, it didn't make sense to me. They barely did any work. All they did was sing and play basketball. So naturally, whenever I finally got to high school and I saw that there was no dancing on the lunch tables, no basketball dances at halftime, and hella assignments we had to do, I was pissed. Mostly because of the assignments, but also because Disney lied to me. So whenever I see this movie being played, I would be like, I knew it was fake. I knew it. And now as an adult who has debatably more brain power than I did as a kid, I gotta say this movie really doesn't make any sense. So I figured we'd take a trip down memory lane and expose this school for the terrible place that it is. So y'all know the drill. Sit back, relax, get your head in the game, and get ready for a musical. Narrated by yours truly. Let's get it.
Get it pop. The worst schools ever. Yes, there will be spoilers.
So the scene starts off with the guy named Troy Bolton pulling up to high school. And this is also where we meet a very
Hold on, I gotta fix my mic.
Person, Chad. Now before we continue, I really dislike Chad. Because as you're going to see, his priorities are all wrong. Chad will literally bring just a basketball to school and think that's perfectly fine for the entire year. No pens, no books, no paper, just a ball. He's basically the Kevin Durant of this show. No kids, no lotion, no haircut. Only thing he cares about is basketball. We also see that Troy has hella Glazers in the crowd. They were dead ass just waiting for him to get off the bus to go inside. It's like a group of 30 students just waiting on Troy's arrival.
Yeah, I was just sitting up here like, why are y'all all waiting on him to get off the bus? Like, y'all thinking like he's some sort of fucking famous ass basketball or NBA star. Like, calm down, we're in fucking high school. Like, plus bruh, if that was me, I would have been set up here like, who the fuck are y'all? Like, I don't even know y'all. Like, I don't even know y'all. Y'all here coming up to me. Like, what the fuck?
Next character we got showing up is Taylor. And all I gotta say right now is what the hell is she wearing? Yellow shirt, maroon jacket, red hairband, and a blue patterned skirt, yeah, that's bad fits. So we see them in class, and once again, I have no idea what they are teaching. Chad still has only a basketball in his current inventory, and Troy is aura farming in the hallway.
Boy, if you don't... What is that? You think with that aura farming bro was gonna get some bitches? Hell no, he wasn't.
A girl comes out of class, and this girl's name is Gabriella. So Troy tries to rizz her up, but then we see the villain of this story, Sharpay. And she's about to sign up for theater.
Sharpay?
And look how much room she takes up with this unreadable ass signature.
What the fuck is this, bruh? What is this? That don't even... Bruh, that do not look like any cursive writing whatsoever. Who will write their name like that fucking big? Attention seeker.
This is another reason why I know this school is terrible and isn't teaching anything. They already letting kids bring basketballs to class, but peep everyone else's name on the sheet. You can barely read any of these names.
I was gonna say too, like, bruh, you can't even tell what that is. It may look like cursive handwriting, but if you really look at it, it's just nothing but fucking scribble scrabble. Like I even had a class to where it was like cursive name trainer or some shit like that in school. I suck ass when it comes to doing cursive. Whenever I be going places and they be having like signature your name, I just be handprinting it because I suck ass at cursive writing. Swear to God. If for those of you that suck at cursive writing, let me know in the comments because I was one of them.
This one is just a bunch of scribbles. What is it?
Literally said that. I literally said it was just a bunch of scribble scrabble.
What's it even say? So now let's talk about the basketball part. And I'm gonna try my best not to get tight right now, because this part really makes me want to.
Oh my God. Troy Braun James. Oh boy.
So we see them in the gym, and instead of having a normal high school basketball practice, like doing some layups or going through drills, these niggas start making beats with the basketballs and dancing around. Now mind you, they got a game in 2 weeks, and this is what their practice consists of. Troy would just stop dribbling and start singing, then start moving again. That's a travel, by the way. Then he starts singing to himself while the other teammates are on the other side of the court. What play is this? And it also becomes very clear that Troy is the main character. They only got one ball right now, and Troy is usually the only one dribbling or shooting with it. Like, look at this scene right here. Why am I feeling so wrong? How were any of y'all getting better at basketball doing this? Then they all just leave like this was a job well done. They shot a total of 3 shots, sung for 45 minutes, and dribbled the ball. There's no way they're gonna be ready in 2 weeks for the game.
They're not. They're definitely not gonna be ready for the game at all. Because if you really think about it, like if y'all was gonna do this like during halftime, cool, y'all can do that. But are y'all really training to do this shit on the field? Them niggas on the other team gonna look at them and be like, what the fuck are they doing? This is what they've been training for the last 2 weeks? Singing and dancing and traveling? Yeah. Ain't no way.
Oh my God, bro.
Tom's foolery.
So then we see that Troy and the other people are helping out the theater class setup. And this is where Troy realizes that he himself wants to sign up for theater too. But the problem is, he doesn't want his boys to find out. Also, once again, I know y'all see Chad in that damn basketball. But my thing is, Troy just got done singing for his entire basketball practice with all of his boys there. But now he's scared to admit that he wants to sing and be in theater. Nigga, you just had an entire spotlight on you standing in the middle of a whole basketball team circle.
Literally, like, if that was the case, you might as well just do singing classes instead of just playing fucking basketball. Like, what the fuck? Like, you had the spotlight on you, and now you're scared to tell your homies that, hey, I'm about to be signing up for singing classes.
Realistically speaking, I think they'll understand if you want to be in theater. And because he doesn't want anyone to know, he ends up sneaking around the school to go to the theater class. And I didn't peep this at first, but he snuck through a mechanic shop on campus. I don't know what type of school this is, but most schools I've seen don't have an auto zone next to the cafeteria room.
That's not even a fucking school. That's most likely a fucking university campus. Fuck a high school. That's university campus right there.
So we got basketballs in class, students having terrible handwriting, and now we got AutoZone inside the school. We gotta investigate whoever is running this campus. But when he finally gets there, he ends up singing with Gabriella. And I know I'm hating on this movie, but these two can really sing. And at least Gabriella isn't doing it in the middle of basketball practice. And this leads Troy to be accepted into the play, and he gets a role. And once the other students find out, they were mad as hell. Cause singing on the basketball court is one thing, but wanting to sing in theater is where them niggas draw the line. So now everyone wants to sing all of a sudden since Troy and Gabriella did it. So they do the only thing they know how to do in this school. Start singing in the middle of lunch. And this is a chain reaction, cause one person started it and then it became a school-wide musical. No bags, no studying, and no eating. Just stomping on the tables and singing at the top of their lungs. And I think it's so crazy that everyone in this school can sing. It's not a student in this movie that can't bust out and sing a solo if they needed to. And this gotta be hell to live in. I should have put this movie in the Terrible Universes to Live In series, cause imagine you're eating lunch and then everyone just starts stomping, shouting, and singing out of nowhere.
I would have been so mad. I would have been so fucking mad to where I would be like, bruh, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to eat. Like, for example, I can even put AirPods in, and they be still, and I bet you for a fact they're gonna sing loud enough to the point where I can hear them. I can hear them through singing. Like, for example, I got AirPod Pro. Where are they at? I'm about to show you. For example, I have AirPod Pros in here. I have AirPod Pros. So imagine I put that shit on noise canceling. They're gonna still try their best, try to fucking sing as loud as they can, passing through the noise cancellation. And if I ever like try to do that while there's people like doing that shit, I would have been so mad to the point where I would have to fight somebody, because y'all not finna sing as loud as possible to where I can fucking hear y'all. I can't even listen to my own music because of y'all yelling and singing. Like, shut up!
Pissed off. Lunch is like the one time you can escape from the hells of school. And in this school, you gotta share lunch with the kid hitting a full dance routine right next to you. Look at this shot right here. Everyone...
Like, what the hell is this? Everyone is standing. Like, not one singular person is literally sitting down. Not one. Everybody is standing. Sit the fuck down. Do this shit after school. Like, what the fuck?
Is dancing out of their seats, getting sturdy as hell. And remember when I said this high school doesn't care about academics earlier? This table right here has the most books we will ever see in any High School Musical movie. And I want y'all to really pay attention to all the BS that's going on right now. Random student 32 starts breakdancing. Random student 28 pulls out an entire violin. Then these two start grinding on each other.
What? That's not even a damn student. That's a whole fucking teacher's dancing. Like, oh yeah, I would have told my parents, like, yeah, go ahead and take me out of this fucking school, because they doing too much up here.
Chad throws his ball in the air and it never comes back down. Then you got random student 85 right here. He clearly failed a few times because this nigga looks like he's 40 years old. Then random student 19 does a full jump split off the table.
My God.
Do you know how much trouble I would be in if I did any of this in high school? My teachers would have sent me to hell if me and my friends were doing this at lunch. Cause mind y'all, they got like 2 different lunch periods. So that means it's students in class right now that gotta hear.
Literally, they literally gotta hear all of this shit while the other students are in fucking class. Man, I would have been so fucking mad and irritated. Even the teachers would have been mad about this. Oh, I would have been mad.
While they're trying to learn. Well, they're actually probably not learning anything in this school, but you get the point. This is crazy. Then Chad starts pressing Troy about him singing.
They've got you thinking about show tunes when we've got a playoff game next week.
Which is crazy.
How the fuck you gonna get mad at him for singing, but then your ass was just singing just a few minutes ago? Chad, shut the fuck up.
Because Chad was just getting real sturdy not too long ago. So
Literally.
clearly singing can't be that bad. And this is why I really hate Chad, because not only does he only bring a basketball to school every day, but we just seen him at practice singing with Troy, and then we saw him at lunch singing himself, but he getting mad about Troy doing the same thing.
That makes no sense. And high school drama.
Then we cut to see Troy and Gabriella shooting in the gym. And this is where we see Troy's dad, who is also the basketball coach, start pressing Troy about his singing too.
But you're a playmaker, not a singer, right?
Did you ever think maybe I could be both?
Which is once again wild, because y'all seen the first practice. It was only singing. There was no basketball being practiced. I know the coach had to have heard this. Also, his dad is dumb as hell. Thinking your kid can't do theater and basketball is wild. Most high schoolers are in multiple clubs, sports, and other stuff. So this whole beef with theater and basketball doesn't make sense to me. So then
really
Troy's
don't.
boys end up setting his ass up. They get a camera and stream the recording to the other students.
Gabriella is not important. I'll forget about her. I'll forget the audition, and we'll go out and get...
First of all, hold on. I don't know if y'all see it, but let me just go back.
Stream the recording to the other students.
How the fuck Troy did not see that little camera that he had down there? You mean to tell me this nigga did not just see that little camera just flashing right in front of him? Oh my god.
Gabriella is not important. I'll forget about her. I'll forget the audition, and we'll go out and get that championship.
And when Gabriella sees this, of course she's upset. But Troy is out there getting worshipped like he just found the cure for cancer. So Gabriella starts singing and walking down the hallways. And I have no idea where everyone is at. I know some of them are outside, but this school is completely empty right now. But this is where Troy starts to realize that he made a mistake by saying those things to Gabriella. So now his basketball skills start depleting because he's having an internal battle with the choices that he made. And I think this is actually the realest part of this movie, because as a hooper myself, I know the game is physical, but there's so many mental aspects that factor into playing the sport. So I really enjoyed seeing some realism after an hour of this movie's ridiculous tomfoolery. So the next day, Troy is talking to his boys, and all of a sudden they are cool with him singing now.
Yeah, if singing is something you want to do, we should be boosting you up, not tearing you down.
Yeah. Win or lose, we're teammates.
Which is crazy.
How the fuck y'all gonna switch up? Like, what the fuck? Like, how y'all gonna say, oh, you gotta stop doing this? You supposed to be a basketball player, not a singer. And now y'all talking about, you know what? If you want to be a singer, go ahead. This. Like, nigga, you just said that, oh, you can't do this because we have a championship game. 24 hours later, you gonna finally say, you know what? If you want to do singing as well, you can. We gonna support you.
Huh?
Y'all are some of the fakest motherfuckers I have ever seen in my life. Like, holy hell.
Because these grimy ass friends set up and recorded Troy and streamed it to Gabriella just to get him to focus on basketball.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, like, y'all set him up too to make sure Gabriella doesn't be a distraction to him. Okay.
I would never be friends with these type of people. So
Fuck
that
no.
night, Troy ends up making up with Gabriella, and everything is seeming like it's gonna be good now. Gabriella is in her bag with academics, and Troy is back to being the LeBron of his high school.
Time for the game!
So now it's time for the big game, and Troy's dad gives one of the worst fatherly pep talks I have ever heard.
Having the time of his life playing the game we both love. You give me that, and I will sleep with a smile on my face no matter how the score comes out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This was not the pep talk I think he thought it was. He basically said,
so keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
But at this time, there's also a big science competition that Gabriella is in, and there's also a big theater play on the same day. So not only is this basically the NBA Finals for Troy and his team, but it's also every other school club's NBA Final as well. So Gabriella is competing trying to win, Troy is trying to break some ankles, and Sharpay is performing her heart out. And this is also a really cool moment to see. Everyone is in their respective bags doing what they love. This was honestly my favorite part of this terrible movie. So Troy and his team are actually playing some pretty good basketball, despite their practices consisting of singing and dancing. But then the science students hack into the school computer system that causes the basketball game to be put on pause. So now everyone has to leave the gym. And the reason they did this is so Troy can make it to go sing with Gabriella after Sharpay. And this was probably the craziest part of this entire movie. Cause not only was this highly illegal since they hacked into their school system, but they also made a chemical reaction that started smoking, and no one ever puts it out. So then we cut to see Sharpay still performing. And when she's done, she's hoping that Troy and Gabriella don't show up. And it's not looking like they're gonna make it on time, to be honest. But then they finally show up. And I know Troy was musty as hell. He came here straight from the game in this hot ass tracksuit. I know the people in the audience were dying as he walked by.
Literally.
And then the entire basketball team and cheerleading squad showed up. I know that theater smelled crazy with all of them in there. I guarantee if you walked in this room, your skin would start falling off.
The moment you go inside, it's gonna smell like 30 cans of bounce that ass, onions, and donkey ass. Swear to God.
But it was cool to see this all come full circle. No beef, no politics, just a musty basketball player and a science girl singing their hearts out. But now it's time for them to finish the game. Troy ended up catching the ball off a down screen and hitting the game winner. And then the crowd went crazy. And I know he was gonna make it too. He was the only one shooting in practice, so it's only right. Troy probably scored all 68 of these points. Then in typical High School Musical fashion, they break out in song and dance immediately after winning. Mind you, they never really practiced this routine during the movie, so I'm not sure how everyone knows the words and choreography. But it's the end of the movie, so I'm gonna let it slide. But yeah, that was High School Musical. I guess it wasn't all bad. I just really hate the story and I really hate this school. They didn't learn not one subject this entire movie. I know all the GPAs are extremely low besides Gabriella and Taylor. There seem to be absolutely no rules in this school besides sing and dribble. And I'll never get over the fact that Chad only brought a ball to school every day, everywhere he went. I might do more random Disney movie reviews like this in the future. And there's also 3 High School Musical movies in total, and there's a TV show. And they each get more and more harder to watch. The basketball aspect of these movies also gets really unbearable as these movies go on. They are literally having practice in the hallways instead of the gym in the second movie. Then during a game, they literally help the other team score points.
What the hell?
And it just becomes very obvious that there's no rules on the court or at school at this point. So if y'all would like me to cover those, let me know in the comments. But I'm tired of talking to y'all. Cue my outro music.
Like, that's so fucking crazy, bro. Like, the fact that none of these people are literally actually learning anything. All they doing is just singing and dancing. That's it. Like, that's the only academic to that damn school. If you guys enjoyed this. If you did, you already know what to do. But, shout outs again to Beasky for this amazing video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Other than that, see you on in the next video. We out of here. Peace.